Okay, I'm going to get you started on your problem number 52, minimizing surface area. This one's shown as 53, but this is your problem number 52. Okay, it says that UPS has contracted you to design a closed box with a square base that has a volume of 10,000 cubic inches. Express the surface area of the box as a function of x. Okay, we notice that our box is a square base, and then it goes up. And when we look at the dimensions of our box, this bottom in the drawing is x here, and we have y for the height of the box. Now that looks a little different than the sketch, but it's just a different view. Okay, so surface area. Okay, we know that surface area here, the bottom and the top, the area of the bottom, this bottom is an area, let's call it little area of x squared. Okay, so that's that area. Then that's this one. Okay, then this side here, this side has an area of I'm going to call this the bottom, and that could be the top, and the area of the side is going to be x times y because it's a base is x, height is, so we're going to say xy. And we know there's 6 of them. So the area total is going to be 2 of the bases for the top and bottom, so it's going to be 2 times x squared, and then it's going to be plus, we got 4 sides all the way around, and the area of the sides is going to be x times y. So that's what it wants, but it says as a function of x. So what we've got now, it's an area as a function of both x and y. So I think we're going to use the information about the volume. So the volume of a box, which is equal to 10,000 in this particular box, is going to be length times width times height. Okay, so we know the base is x squared times the height, which is y. So I can solve this for y, and I could say y is equal to 10,000 over x squared. So finally I could write now a function totally of x here. So area, all the surface area of the total box, area total of the box, as strictly a function of x. Oops. Let's clean that up a little bit. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the eraser. Erase me. There we are. Okay, so the area, and just in the function of x, is 2x squared plus 4x, okay, times 10,000 over x squared. And that's that. We could clean it up a little bit and now put area as a function of x as strictly 2x squared plus 40,000 over x. There we have it. Okay, now it says use a graphing utility to graph the function found in part A. Well, I want you to think about this, that what is values of x that would work? I think that if you started out with x's, just to pretend something, that x was a number that you could just grab, and you say, well, wait a second, the volume's 10,000. What if x was 100? 100. And that meant that the base had one, and it would be one high, right? You see, x would be 100, and then it would be one high. And do we think we would want a box that would look like this? You know, just like that, and that's what it would look like. I don't think so. That's a crude box, but you get the idea. No, I think, but 10,000, I mean, so x of 100 wouldn't be a bad start, right? So we could say, let's graph this thing starting out with our x values going from 0 to 100. That might work, do something. And then what's the y gonna, what's the output of the b? Well, wait a second. If the area is a function of that to 100, what's the y got to be? Well, if I put a 0, oh, I couldn't put a 0 in here, right? because we know that 0 would be bad. So maybe if we put 10 in for x, just start with somewhere, a 10 for x. And so area, when you put in 10 for x, is going to be 200. Okay, 200 plus 4,000. Okay, because 40,000 divided by 10. So you know that your number is going to be somewhere around maybe 5,000. Get 5,000. Start somewhere. Okay, so you might go 0 to 5,000 for your y. That's your I, is your output, is your area. So this is going to be the output at 10. Gives you a ballpark. And then you're going to probably find a graph that when you graph this thing, whatever it looks like, there's going to be a distinct bottom. Okay, that's going to be your distinct bottom somewhere. Second calc minimum. And that's going to help you find the dimensions for what the box needs to be made of that will minimize the surface area. And finally, E. Why would UPS want to do that? I want you to write at least one or two sentences. If you know why, you can write it in one sentence, okay? If you don't know why, you're going to probably try to write something just to make it think like you're coming up with an idea, which is good. 2 sentences trying to find what you could write in one is better than 0 sentences and saying the proverbial words I don't want to hear, which starts with I and then don't, and then we know what that last word is. Okay, give it a shot. Hopefully this is a little bit of get you started. That's done. Use the rest of your period now to do some good work with your groups. Okay, and if you don't get it, call people over the weekend. Bye-bye.